All right, we're going to switch right over to my old friend John Taylor, who's just about the smartest monetary guy in the history of the earth. He's a senior fellow at the Hoover Institution. I'm sure he's still teaching school at Stanford. John, welcome. Nice to see you, sir.
Good to be back, Larry. Thank you so much.
I don't know why it's taken us so long, but here we are. I was reading some stuff. Let's see. I'm still reading your blog, Econ 101 or whatever you call that thing. And there's a couple things that struck me. Number one, you're saying that, you know, people love to do inflation accounting, like strip out housing, strip out services. You can pretty much strip out anything you want. But as I recall, John, you're writing recently, look at the whole index. Just look what the index is telling you, and that's your best guidepost for inflation. And those indexes are still rising at a pretty hefty rate.
You're right. It's still higher, which is a factor in the Fed's decision, I hope, to some extent, as you say. And but it's best to look at the overall index. Of course, sometimes you have to look at supply shocks or special factors, but the overall index is what we got to look at.
So, John, the overall index, the CPI is running about 6.5% year on year. Various other measures are maybe a point lower, that kind of thing. The Fed's got its work to do. You think they'll keep their 2% target? I guess that's one key question.
I do think that. I was just in Washington yesterday, and a lot of people sort of said, keep with this 2%. I think that's happened. I haven't heard anything else. Of course, there's commentary. We should go to 3% or 3.5%. But the 2%'s been around a long time. It's global, so I don't think there's any reason to give up on that particular aspect of monetary policy at this point. 2% target has worked pretty well. We can get back to that for sure.
John, recently the Fed has put back in their explanatory documents the idea of a rule, including, most importantly, the Taylor rule. What is the Taylor rule telling us right now in terms of the, I don't know, I don't want to say ultimate, but where the Fed funds rate should be in order to stop the inflation?
Well, if you figure just assume the inflation rate is 4%, that's a little milder than you just mentioned, and the equilibrium interest rate is 1, and then we're pretty close to full employment. It suggests the funds rate should be about 6. Mm-hmm. So that's up a little bit from where it is now, but that's, I think, you know, Jay Powell's been saying recently, it seems like that's where they're going. And I actually wish they had gone closer to that before. They got really behind the curve, and sort of they're catching up. But I think, and that's probably why inflation has increased as much as it has. So I would like to see them get to that point. And if we're lucky, inflation comes down, then they can adjust. You know,
I don't know, a month ago or something like that, an old friend, Robert Heller, former Fed governor, he was the first guy to say 6%. I've kind of picked it up from them. I mean, look, you need a real rate, right? So if the inflation rate, 4 is kind of on the low side. But leaving all that aside, if the Fed funds rate is 4.5, 4.75, you got to have a 1.5% real rate, at least, it seems to me. So 6% is probably where they need to be.
I think that's right. And you mentioned the so-called Taylor rule. That's what it says at this point with the numbers I just gave you, 4%. It could be a little higher. Let's hope it comes down. I think that part of the things you've been interviewing people about suggests it will come down, but let's hope it does. By the way, this is a global phenomenon. It's not just the U.S., it's Europe, it's Latin America. So it's a global feature at this point about the world economy.
John Taylor, one other point. I know Jay Powell, you know Jay Powell, et cetera, et cetera. I just wish he would stop saying that the economy is too strong. What's too strong, John, is the inflation price indexes. Yeah. Why can't, I mean, remember price level targeting. I mean, I don't know. The economy will be the economy. If we had better fiscal policy, the economy could do fine. You could bring the inflation rate down. You were part of that gang in the Reagan years and the Bush years. Yeah. I mean, really, it's not the economy. It's the price level.
That's what we need. We need a whole set of policies. Regulatory policy needs to be improved. We don't have to have tax increases, that's for sure. International things are important. And I'm focused on monetary policy at this point. That's, I think, the thing that needs to be brought in the check, but there's nothing that's harmful about a 6% inflation, a 6% interest rate if inflation is is 4.5. So I think that's where we should go. I think the way we can do this, there doesn't need to be a slowdown. It doesn't need to be a contraction. And that's what people are worried about. I think it's basically signaled. If the Fed signals what it's going to do, then it should be fine.
Terrific stuff. Anyway, John Taylor, thank you. I look forward to talking to you some more. Appreciate it very much.